Good morning. Welcome back to your wake-up call. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you're all well and you're ready to stretch with me, mobilise and really wake up your body, setting yourselves up for the day. Well done for making it here. 15 minutes will absolutely fly over and hopefully you'll feel more energised and positive, ready for the day ahead. We're going to focus on the side of the body today. We're going to start with simple breathing techniques, a little bit of mobilisation, and then we'll work into the spine as well. The spine can often feel quite inflexible on the morning. Let's get going. Bring your legs round wherever you are, sit comfortably, whether that's on your knees, cross legs, or your legs are in front. Shoulders down. Bring yourselves to a neutral spine. So if you haven't worked with me before, neutral spine is about sitting tall over your sit bones, not overarching in your back, not tipping your pelvis forward. Making sure you've got a level pelvis, but those natural curves and arches in the spine are still there. Crown of the head pulls up. In this session, it's all about posture and alignment. You might sleep differently where it kind of, on one side gives you a little bit of an imbalance. So let's try and equalise those. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth, really empty those lungs and try and sit taller as you do so. Breathe in. Exhale, draw those shoulders down. Get used to these deep breaths. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. And again, breathe in. Exhale, take your left arm up and over and just notice how long you can feel in that side of the body. Push your sit bones down, lengthen those fingertips, shoulders away from ears. Stretch to your furthest point. Inhale through to the centre and exhale over. So like I mentioned before, this is all about feeling that length, stretching the side of the body, shoulders down, and exhale over. As you take this stretch, make sure you're not arching your lower back and hopping, pushing your bum backwards. You're literally going straight over, keeping that nice alignment. Breathe out into it. As you stretch over, I want you to feel like someone's pulling your fingertips to that diagonal. Shoulders down, get longer, push the hips down one way, lengthen the arm up the other. Exhale into it. And then it's up to you if you're feeling up to it this morning, but trying to lengthen a little bit quicker. Inhale, center, exhale over. Take a couple more here, each side. Push those sit bones down. And release it there. As you sit, let's take some arm circles. As you take the arm circles, try and stabilise the centre of the body. So what I mean by that is try not to rock forwards or back. So we also get a little bit of core activation here as well. Send that rib cage down to your hips to help secure your abdomen, shoulders down and away, and feel the opening in the chest and then the opening in the shoulder blades as you go forwards and back with the arms. Still focusing on that breath, still trying to sit taller every time you exhale. Good, release it there, drop the right ear down to the right shoulder, actively draw that left shoulder away. Breathe in, as you exhale, roll forwards and down. And if you like, you can keep this slow, or you can pick up the pace. Good. Couple more here. Either slow or quick. and then reset the neck and head. Make your way down to lying, what we call supine position on your back. Please come down to the side and then roll over. If you need a head pillow or cushion underneath your head, please have that there as well. We're going to start by mobilising the pelvis. So we're lying naturally and with a neutral spine at the moment. Tip and tilt the pelvis forwards and then tuck it up to you, flattening the lower back into the floor. So we're tilting away. So imagine that pelvis is a bowl of water. So an image that's used quite often in Pilates. And you're tipping the water up, out and over the front. And then you're tipping the water out over the back. Increasing that range of movement and mobility in the lower back, in the lumbar spine. Try not to lift the pelvis off the floor at all. We're just tucking and tilting. So if you've got quite a stiff lower back or it feels quite inflexible every morning, this should definitely help these simple mobilisation exercises. Take the deepest breaths that you can as you work through this mobilisation. And then we're going to start to rock the pelvis in another direction, side to side. Bring your pelvis back to that neutral position, lying naturally. Bring your feet together, knees together, and start to take a rock side to side. Don't drop the knees down too far. I want you to really knead and massage your lower back into the floor or into your mat. Some of you might feel you get a few clicks, or you might feel that tightness in the lumbar spine. So it doesn't have to be big movement. Those of you who do want to progress a little bit and also bring that core activation into the exercise, you can send your knees longer and further away from the body, but keep your shoulders down. So as you exhale, send the knees long and away to the diagonal, shoulders down, and feel that lower back stretch to the corner. Some of you may want to hold the stretch longer, and that's fine. Please listen to your body. Do what you need to do this morning. Those of you who would like to pick up the level with this and progress, bring the legs up one by one. Send the legs over to the side, keeping the shoulders down. Engage the abdominals, that core strength comes into play, and then send the legs over. Don't drop the legs down too far if you feel the opposite side of the body is peeling off. Send the legs away. So 2 more each side, keep those shoulders down. Think about that rib cage drawing down towards your hip bones. Remember, you can keep your feet down. If you can draw those legs in, give them a hug, please. Option to start to rock side to side, again finding that spinal and pelvic massage in the back of the body. Those of you who can take a full circle, take a full circle. It's all about finding that pressure by pushing the pelvis into the floor and releasing the pressure, kneading through opposite side of the circle. Make your way up to seated, whether that's peeling up the side of the body, or if you've got the core strength, rolling like a ball, like we would in Pilates, up to your seated position. Bring yourselves to your hands and knees. First of all, we're going to start with lovely cat stretches, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, deep breath in. As you exhale, keep the weight centered, articulate the spine, push the floor away, head drops down. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, push that bum away, just keep the feet relaxed, take an extension here. Push the breastbone forward, shoulders down, breathe in. Exhale, curl. Drop the head neck, breathe in. So we're trying to keep the weight centered as we articulate the spine through neutral position. Into this, what we call extension work, keep those abdominals in, and then into flexion work with the spine. So some of you can stay here. For others, we're going to tuck the toes and push to a downward dog. And we're still going to work on flexion and extension. If you're in your 4-point kneeling position and you're working on cat stretch, stay there. Those of you who have pushed up to downward dog, don't worry if your heels don't touch the floor. Soften the knees. All I want you to do is work on tucking the pelvis under again, curving the back, look through the legs, breathe in. As you exhale, still push the bum back, open your sit bones, and then push your chest to your thighs, draw the belly in still, open the chest forwards, then work with the base of the spine, curve under. Separate the shoulder blades at the top, inhale, exhale, push the bum back, find that extension in the spine. Only drop the heels down if you comfortably can, send the chest to the thighs, don't arch too much, and then repeat. Curve the spine. So you come into something that's called elephant in Pilates. Open, last one here, find that extension. Good. Hold the downward dog there. If you're in your 4-point kneeling, take it back to this position, child's pose. Find a stretch, breathe into it. Those of you in downward dog, send your chest to your thighs. You're looking for a nice neutral spine, so you're not curving or arching in your neutral spine position. You still focus on sending your rib cage down to your hips, but you also send your chest to your thighs. Imagine that you're tearing a piece of paper from your feet, away from your hands, keep breathing. Soften the elbows. Try and take those breaths nice, long and deeply. Those of you who would like to articulate the knee joint and the ankle joint, you can walk through the feet. So these morning wake-up calls are really about you. Yes, I'm guiding you through the stretches and mobilisations, but if I'm doing something and you think, that's not for me this morning, I'm not really feeling up to that, then choose an alternative. The main thing is that you got up at this time, you started moving with me, you are ready to move. So if you want to change up the stretch, if you want to do something different, if you've got a little bit of tightness in a different part of the body, then change it up. Good. If you're in downward dog, drop your knees. Everyone take a child's pose. Surround your hips down to your heels. Stretch forwards and long. Do not worry if your hips don't reach down to your heels. Some of you will be here in this position. Then just focus on rounding your spine. Look through the gap. Breathe. If you can walk round to one corner, pushing your hips down to your heels, please do. Walk it round the opposite way, if not, stay centered. Bring yourself to center, roll through the spine. Take a couple of shoulder rolls or a few. Back, open the chest. Take a nice big stretch up, bring the palms together. Thank yourselves for taking this 15 minutes of your day to move with me, to move yourself, mobilize your joints, set yourself up for the day. Have a fab Friday, everyone. Whatever it is that you're doing, I hope you have a really productive, successful day. Take care of yourselves and catch up with you soon.